Hi everybody, this is Inga Masick, Paparazzi Consultant 78292, and today I just want to share with you my paparazzi story. So I used to be a teacher, an educator, a principal. I worked in the education nonprofit sector, did very serious work, something that is very dear to my heart. Education has always been my passion, something I'm extremely passionate about, and it's what I've done, what I had done forever. When I had kids, when I had my first child, I was working in a education nonprofit and truly enjoyed it. It was actually one of my dream jobs, I thought, because I got to do something that really made a huge difference and work on closing the achievement gap. But I worked a lot and I traveled a lot. And I was probably gone probably about a week every month or every other month. And with a small child, that was just a lot. But I still wanted to do it because I figured I'd just put my cape on and keep on going. So I did that for a little while. And when I was pregnant with my second child, and actually, let me just be honest, while I was doing that work, my son was probably about 3 months, and I had left him with my husband, and I was doing a training at that time, and when I came back to the room, long story short, finally got in touch with my husband. I had a lot of calls on there from my mom, and when she got on the phone, she was basically like, "Hey, what did your husband say about my little son?" And I didn't know what she was talking about because I hadn't spoken to my husband. And so when I finally got in touch with my husband, basically he let me know that my son had a temperature of like 105. And I panicked because here I am in a whole nother state while my little baby is with my husband, and I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know, there was nothing I could do really. And I tried to get back home, but they kept saying there's nothing you can do. And I remember sitting in that hotel room and saying, like, this is not worth it, being away from him. But I kept on working. And when I was pregnant with my second child, I just remember I was pregnant with my second child, and I had to travel and stay in a different state. So my husband was home with my young child again, and he was supposed to come with me, but I just remember missing him terribly. And I remember sitting there thinking, this is not what I want. I love this job, but I want to be there with my family. I want to be able to be present and give them everything. So I ended up leaving that job, and I didn't work for a little while, but I kind of felt lost without my career in education. So I kept trying to get back into that, and I was doing, some other things, some consulting and all of that, but my heart really was in wanting to do something that afforded me the opportunity to be fully present with my kids. And during that time, I had more kids. So when I finally had my fourth child, I stopped working completely. So I stopped consulting maybe like when the baby was, I think, a year or so. But either way, I gave that up, and I had no clue what I was doing. And I honestly, because I had done education for so long, I kind of started to get into a slump. And because being a stay-at-home mom was new to me, I just stopped taking care of myself. And I've always loved fashion and clothes and, looking your best, but I just lost that. Everything was about them. And I don't regret everything being about them, but somewhere in there, I just kind of forgot about me. But the thing is, I didn't know that that's what was happening because, it's honorable to take care of your kids. But I just felt less and less like me, less and less like, I wanted to take that little bit of time. And then I was also not working anymore. So I was like, well, I don't want to take any time away I don't want to take money away from us because now we're down to one income. And, there was just this huge amount of guilt in wanting to spend money on clothes because I couldn't hardly fit any of my clothes anymore, if you know how that is once you had 4 kids. And I don't know, I just started to, without even realize it, just get into a major slump. And I remember my wonderful mom just saying, you're not taking care of yourself. And because I loved fashion so much and I wasn't doing that, I just wasn't, I didn't care. I cared, but I didn't care. And I felt, the worse I looked, the worse I felt. And the worse I felt, the worse I looked. And so I just remember finally getting into a point where I was going through my closet and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna start getting back to my whatever. And I couldn't really fit a lot of my clothes. I didn't have a lot of money to go shopping for stuff. But I remember saying, man, I know I don't have money for clothes, but really accessories are the thing. And I had not bought accessories for myself for a long time because with 4 little kids always grabbing, I just didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money on it and something happened to it and it break. And I knew that if I wanted the really gorgeous stuff, I would have to spend money for it. And some of the gorgeous stuff that I had broken. So I was just like done with that. But I thought, you know what I need? I need accessories. Like if I could just accessorize what I have, it will work. And then I remember thinking, I said actually out loud as I was leaving my closet and looking at the jewelry that I had, I was like, why can't somebody just make affordable jewelry and accessories for women? Why does everything have to be so expensive? God hears those little prayers, because maybe like 2 or 3 days later, my friend sent me a link to a girl who sold Paparazzi. And I remember she said, everything was $5. And so I'm like, oh, I got to talk to my husband about it if I can spend this. So I remember sending her a text and saying, well, first of all, when she said it was $5, I thought, what is this stuff that they're, it's going to be ugly stuff. So I went on the website, looked at it. I was like, oh, that's cute. Okay, that's cute. That's cute too. I'd rock that. So after I'm doing like 10 things, I'm like, okay, let me see when this $5 sale is going to end. So I sent her a message. I'm like, hey, just let me know when this $5 sale ends before, let me know when it's going to end and I'll try to get the stuff before it ends. And she's like, no, it's always $5. It's always going to be $5. And I was like, what? How is that possible? How is it always $5? So I went on I had looked in her Facebook group, but I went on her website and I'm looking at all her stuff and it said like, I do this and whatever the story was. So I was like, wait, is this one of those like Mary Kay things? Because that's really the only frame of reference I had for network marketing was like Mary Kay and Amway. So I reached out to her and I was like, is this like, what is this exactly? She's like, oh, it's, she explained it to me. It's network marketing. A kit is $99. You get 35 pieces in this kit. And I'm like, how much do I pay for it? She's like, well, you pay for the kit. And then after that, you buy it at wholesale. And I was like, this might be exactly what I was looking for. So I really just got in and joined for the discount. I just wanted the quick, easy way to be able to get my jewelry at cost $275, and that would be it for me. But then as I started looking at it, I said, here's the deal though. If I'm gonna wear this gorgeous jewelry, because now I am, and I'm gonna have 35 pieces to wear, people are going to see it and they're gonna ask me about it, and I'm gonna tell them it's $5. And if I sell it, I can obviously say, and I sell it. So, you can go to my website. So as I started, reading a little more, because I just wanted to be able to tell them where they were going, before my kit even got there, I started to read everything I could on Paparazzi and the compensation plan and just looking at some of what the other people were doing. And I got more and more excited. And you know how your Facebook and your Google and all that works, right? Once you put in something, then it starts sending you all this stuff. So then it starts sending me everything possible about Paparazzi and about network marketing and direct sales and all that. And when I tell you that I got hooked, I got hooked. And I am completely 1000% sold on Paparazzi accessories. I am even more sold on direct selling and network marketing. And had you asked me that, I just started, in May of 2017, the end of May of 2017, had you asked me that in January of 2017, I would have said, I would never do anything like that. That's not for me. But I realized that so many people do not understand it. They do not know. It's actually really a simple thing. You are telling people about a product that you absolutely love. And hopefully, if you're in any business, you love it. So I get to tell people about these gorgeous accessories that I love. And they get to buy directly from me. So I'm talking to them. But it is challenging, I think, because of the connotation that people have in their mind about direct selling and network marketing. But for me, I have found that it has given me so much new life. I absolutely love homeschooling my kids, absolutely love being a stay-at-home mom, wouldn't trade it. But now I get to be a work-at-home mom, and the benefits for me are ridiculous because I get to do this with my kids. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I get to do this with her. And she is completely in love with it. My other boys, I have 3 other boys. They are always asking about, so Mom, do you think this is going to sell? You think somebody's going to buy this? You know, if I'm talking to somebody in the store, they say, you didn't tell them about your jewelry, or, Mommy, how much do you need to make to be able to get this thing or do that? And that is huge because it just allows me to teach them real world entrepreneurship, and they get to see it firsthand. So I absolutely love it for that. I get to do it from home. I'm doing it here. I get to do parties, which is fantastic because I get to go out and be with other ladies, chat, laugh, talk about fashion, you know, accessorize, talk about clothes, be a girly girl for a little bit, then come back home to my regular life. And I love that. But one of the major things it's done is just build my confidence. It's allowed me to recognize that, you know, I feel like I've always thought that you had to be born an entrepreneur. And so because I always wanted to be a teacher, I thought, well, those two things don't go together. But it's just allowed me to build that confidence that it's not even about the title of entrepreneur. It's the mindset of like, I can make my dream come true. I can decide that this is what I want for my life, and then I can shape it to be this way. I can go out there and do the things that make that happen. I don't have to wait for somebody to do that for me. And I love direct selling because it allows you to do business for yourself, but not by yourself. So the amount of resources that are there for people in this field is huge to me. And so I just love that because all the training that I've received, all the support, all the encouragement, all of that is just, it's amazing. And it's something that I don't think I've experienced as much in other places, in other businesses. So that's why I am absolutely in love with it. And for me, this business has become less about just selling jewelry and sharing jewelry, and more about helping women like me who are where I was, remember that like you can still be all of you and be a stay-at-home mom. And quite frankly, you need to be all of you in order to do that successfully. In order to be able to be a mom that takes care of your kids, you need to be a whole you. And that means all parts of you. And I am a firm believer that once you look better, you feel better. When you feel better, you look better. And it's just this cyclical thing that just keeps on working. So I am excited about the opportunity. I'm thankful for my friend who sent that to me. I'm excited about the possibilities it's allowed me to dream again, you know, dreams that I didn't even know that I had. It's allowed me to share those with my children, to allow them to walk that journey with me. It's allowed me to empower other women, which is so exciting to me, to know that I don't have to do this by myself. It's not that thing where I'm chugging along and I step on you so that you don't get successful. It is, thank you, thank you. It allows me to walk alongside other women as I make my dreams come true, and then hold other women's hands and say, let's do this together. That is just like, I didn't even think about that is something that could happen. So for me, this has been, honestly, as corny as it sounds, life-changing, not just for the money aspect, but because of the whole person. There's so much personal development that happens in this business that it is ridiculous. And the personal development allows you not to just impact your business, but impact your life. So some of the skills and the things that I'm learning, I'm able to work with my children to say, like, well, here's how you have faith over fear. Here's how you can talk to somebody and get to know them better. Here's how you can listen more, because it really teaches you to listen to what people are saying, to be able to say, Here's the thing that I think you need. Here's the jewelry piece. There's just, it's interesting when people say, like, is it just about jewelry? It can't be for me, because one of the things I did with my Fierce Fashionistas is I feel that I am very intentional about my life and pursuing that with purpose and passion. I've always been that way for everything that I've done and in my homeschooling with my children, but it's given me an even more heightened awareness of it, because I'm able to do that with other women and share it with other women, encourage other women, and so and know that I'm helping somebody who was where I was, to be able to say, like, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to give up looking good and looking pretty and feeling pretty because you are doing this noble thing of taking care of your children. And if you're doing it staying at home all the time, if you're doing it going to work, if you're doing it working from home, like, you can do it looking fierce, looking beautiful, looking gorgeous. And the best thing, you don't have to spend a lot of money. I love saying that. I love when I'm throwing a party and people saying, what about this? And I say, that's $5. What about that? That's $5 too. This is all really $5. It's all really $5. So if you have $5 in your pocket, you can get one of these pieces that can make you feel and look like $1,000,000. Love that. 1000% worth it for me. So I just wanted to come on here and share my story, let you know why I love paparazzi, why I joined, why I love it. And I definitely try to convince as many people as possible to find your thing in network marketing, whatever your thing is. I think that paparazzi accessories is just a perfect thing for most women, because you're gonna buy accessories anyway, so why not get it at a discount? $275, you can't beat that. So I definitely would encourage that. But more than that, I'm saying find your thing. Find that thing that makes you want to do it every day, that you can't stop thinking about it, and just pursue that with purpose and passion. And when you do, like, everybody's always telling me I'm glowing now, and I'm like, first of all, it's the love of Jesus Christ that I have in me, hands down, but also he has restored in me that passion and that purpose of inspiring and motivating and encouraging and walking alongside women. And who would have thunk that he would do that with $5 jewelry? He works in mysterious ways, doesn't he? So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so very much. And if you have questions about paparazzi and you want to learn a little bit more about it, then please send me a private message. Check me out on Facebook, on YouTube, paparazziaccessories.com/Inga Masick, any of those places. Whatever questions you have, definitely just reach out. And if you can't, I always say, look, your best accessory is your smile. So find a reason to smile every single day. And if you're in a place in your life right now where you don't feel like you have a reason to smile, I would love to talk to you, pray with you, and help you find that, because there's always a reason. There's always a reason to put a smile on your face, and it's contagious. And it's like a domino. The more you look for it to smile about, the more you smile. And the more you smile, the more things that happen that make you smile. And then you start passing that smile on to everybody else, and it bubbles up inside, and everything looks better. Everything looks better when you just put a smile on your face. Just lifts your heart. I'm not saying I'm always happy all the time, but I am very intentional about finding a reason to smile every single day, all the time. Even if when my kids are acting crazy, I have to stop and sing a hymn. I will do it just so I can find a reason to smile. So I hope you have your reason to smile, and thank you so very much. Bye.